Part 1 of the Halloween Pokemon Go event is here, and we are going to give you the top tips, strategies, and expertise to help you guys max out on this event in Pokemon Go. That includes brand new shinies, crate bonuses, and of course, the Halloween spirit. So welcome to the Trainer Club. Here we go! The Halloween event starts on Thursday the 19th at 10 a.m. local time, and that's going to go all the way to Thursday the 26th at 10 a.m. And then at 10 a.m. we are going to start on Part 2. If you do want to see the details for Part 2, check it out up here. So the bonuses of the event are going to include increased candy and XL candy for hitting nice, great, and excellent throws. You're going to get 2 times candy for hatching Pokemon, and then for all the trainers level 31 and up, you're going to receive additional XL candy for hatching eggs, which is pretty cool. But we have raids, spawns, and more. And before we get into the tips, I want to give you guys an overarching goal of the event. So my number 1 goal for all of you guys for the Part 1 of the Halloween event is going to be the Shiny Phantump, because in the second part, we are going to be getting into other shinies and the like. So I want you guys to capitalize on the shinies right now. Focus on that shiny, get that shiny, catch some sandy gas, and make sure to get all of the XL candy that you need, because the second part of the event is going to feature rocket Pokemon. We're going to have raids going on. We're going to have new shiny costumes, and that is going to take a bulk of the time. So if you can get the Shiny Phantump in Part 1, you'll be sitting pretty for Part 2 that you don't have to focus on that, even though you're obviously going to be out there going and catching. So it's going to happen eventually, hopefully for you, but focus on that right now. Catch a lot of Pokemon, and most importantly, let's focus on the Mega that I would suggest for this event, and that is going to be Mega Sableye. Sableye is going to cover all of the Ghost and the Dark types. I have been harping on you guys as soon as Mega Sableye came out that you need to get this Pokemon and multiple of them to level 3, because you can capitalize on all of the, what did I say, Halloween spawns. This is the Halloween Mega always. It will cover Darkrai. It's going to cover all of the Ghost type Pokemon, the Phantump, the Ghastly, everything out there will be encompassed in this one Mega. So hopefully you have at least 1 Mega level 3. Preferably you would have 4 Mega level 3, so then every single day you can get a free Mega evolution, and you're never ever using Mega Energy for that Pokemon for the entire event. So let's start with the top tips. Tip number 1. Tip 1, all about the spawns. We do have Ekans, we have Zubat, and we have Alolan Meowth. So I do want to talk to you guys about if you need a little bit more XP on Spotlight Hours. Unfortunately, for the rest of the month of October, we are not getting a 2 times XP evolution Spotlight Hour, but we will in the month of December. So what you guys do want to do is take some of these Pokemon, such as the Zubat, such as the Ekans, such as some of these Pokemon that you might have an absolute ton of candy for, and you're never using them. Why not save these Pokemon in a folder for a Spotlight Hour, pop a lucky egg, well, 2 lucky eggs for the entire hour, and evolve some of these Pokemon and start clearing out some of the candy. You don't need 10, 20, 30,000 candy for specific Pokemon. If you've been playing for quite a while like myself, there's no need for it. So just save some of these Pokemon, even if they are 25 candy per evolve, an Ekans, a Zubat, and other things. Obviously, we do have Golbat that does do pretty well in the Great League, which we're going to talk about here in a second, but you don't need a ton of candy for this Pokemon. We have the Ghastly and the Haunter. We have the Spinarak, Misdreavus, Poochyena, Shuppet, Drifloon, Litwick, and Phantump. Okay, and all of the Pokemon are going to be shiny except for the rarer Pokemon that's going to be Sandy Gast spawning in the wild. So it will be a rarer Pokemon, but it's going to be in the wild, which is exciting for us. Okay, so here we go breaking down these Pokemon. Number 1, we do have the Ghastly. Ghastly is going to go all the way into Gengar, which does have a Mega. We also have the Shuppet going into Bayonet, and then we have the Mega Bayonet. So if you guys do plan to max some of these Pokemon, Bayonet not nearly as effective as Mega Gengar. Mega Gengar is the top strongest Ghost type attacker in the game, but obviously that comes with the Mega form, so it's not a permanent feature, but having XL candy to be able to utilize this Pokemon when you need a very strong Mega boosted, so boosting all the other attackers for the Ghost types in a raid battle, is a very effective Pokemon to have here. And then we also have the Litwick that's going to be spawning as well, and Litwick goes into Chandelure. We have had a calm day, so most of us should have all the shinies we need, the XL candy and the likes, but this Pokemon is also a very, very strong meta attacker as a budget Pokemon. All right, so take that as what it is, but budget Pokemon are great. You can catch a lot of these, you can trade them, and that's going to help you out. And along with the evolutions that I did talk about for the Spotlight Hour, there are a couple Pokemon in here that once you evolve once or just trade it, you're going to get a free evolution just from trading it that you can just stock into your folder and not have to use any candy for. Those Pokemon will be Phantump. With trade, into Trevenant is a free evolution, number 1. Number 2, we are going to have ourselves Ghastly. Does cost 25 candy to get into Haunter, but if it has been traded, it is going to be a free evolution from Haunter into Gengar. So we do have 2 Pokemon Pokemon that you can add into that folder and save for XP if you do need it. And let's talk about the Alolan Meowth. Alolan Meowth is a Stardust boosted Pokemon. You're getting 750 per catch on a star piece, 1125. If it is in foggy weather, you will be able to catch it at non-star piece, 938 Stardust, or 1406 with a star piece and a weather boost. And now let's move it to PvP. So the Golbat is actually ranked 42 in the Shadow, 68 in the non-Shadow, with Wing Attack, Poison Fang, and Shadow Ball. 100% PvP IVs at a 0-15-15. And Gengar in the Ultra League is going to be ranked 88 with Shadow Claw, Shadow Punch, which is a Calm Day move. That is going to be an Elite TM move, and then Shadow Ball. And this one's going to be a 0-15-14. And then we have Trevenant, ranked 70 in the Great League with Shadow Claw, Shadow Ball, and Seed Bomb, 0-15-15. And then in the Ultra League, it's going to be ranked 57 with the exact same moveset at level 43.5, so it does need a little bit of XL candy at a 1-15-15. And if you guys do want to see where the Palo Sand does rank, it's going to be ranked 245 in the Great League and 237 in the Ultra League. So unfortunately, it is not too ranked. But guys, there's great shinies out there, and definitely make sure to catch as many Phantump as possible. Good luck on that shiny. It looks fantastic. Just for the looks of it, I might even lucky trade it because it's such a good looking Pokemon. Maybe you guys can change my mind, but I don't think you can, which is leading us to tip 2. Tip 2, all about egg hatching in this event. Okay, so we have 7-kilometer eggs, which are going to feature Riolu, Munchlax, awesome, and then Galarian Yamask. So the Munchlax and the Riolu, I'm big fans of. However, we have seen these Pokemon be featured in many different events. So if you do have these shiny, I would probably suggest skipping out on this because it doesn't say that they have exclusive access to these in the eggs, which means that there could be other Pokemon hatching alongside of this. But if you do choose to hatch these Pokemon, 1081 is the Munchlax 100% IV, and 567 is for the Riolu, so do look out for those numbers. And additionally speaking, if you do hatch these Pokemon, you are going to get 2 times hatch candy during this event, and you're also getting increased XL candy coming out of eggs when you hatch for level 31 trainers and up. So that is something to consider. But for the egg hatches, you can also go after the 12-kilometer eggs, because just remember, those Pokemon are going to be coming out. You will be getting the 2 times hatch candy and then increased XL candy. So if there are Pokemon in there, you might want to save this for the Halloween part 2 because it's going to be much better for these egg hatches. And 7-kilometer eggs, not usually the biggest fan. They don't even give you boosted Stardust, and there's a limitation. It gets kind of frustrating for me personally, but you guys may feel differently, but that's just where I'm going to sit with that. And we've already had Riolu hatch day, so most of you guys should have hatched shiny Riolu by now, even though I already need more. I've already traded all of them, but that's what it is, which then leads us to tip 3. Tip 3, all about the raid battle. So in 1-star raids, we do have Misdreavus, we have Drifloon, and we have Shuppet. I would skip out on all of the above. In 3-star raids, we do have the Gengar, we have the Sandygast, and we have the Greavard. I would probably do 1 raid for the Greavard and 1 raid for the Sandygast just to add it to my unique medals, and then I would skip out. And the main reason for the Gengar is that in the second part of the Halloween event, we are going to have the Gengar with the costume. So that one is going to be much more valuable. And then all the way until the 20th for the 5-star raids, we are going to be having the Guzzlord on the 20th. We are going to be switching over into the Darkrai. I am sick of Darkrai. I'm just going to come out and say it. I have way too much XL candy. I'm more than stocked up on that Pokemon, so I don't want any more. And I already have 1 maxed out all the way to level 50, and I have a hundo that I can max out, and I still have extra XL candy, and you can't even trade the Pokemon. I have 17 shinies, and I'm just like, dude, please stop bringing back Darkrai. I don't know if you guys feel the same. Maybe you don't. It's a cool Pokemon. It's very strong, but at the same time, come on, man. For our Mega Raids, we are going into the Mega Bayonet on the 20th, which I think is kind of mistimed and a little bit of a bummer for the Gengar costume, because if you did raid the Mega Gengar and the costume was out, you would be able to get the Mega Energy and be able to get the costume encounter. So it would be 2 for the price of 1 and been worth it. But as Pokemon Go typically does do, they kind of mistime things or purposefully mistime things so you can't capitalize on everything that's going on for the events. So raid the Darkrai. We will have a counter guide coming out, so stay tuned to that. But with that said, let's get into tip 4. Tip 4 is all about the field research, the timed research, and the paid research. Let's find out about it. And we have for field research, make 5 great throws. Misdreavus encounter, 825. I would probably skip that one if that was me, but you guys can choose as you like. Evolve a ghost type Pokemon for a Phantump encounter, 481. Just a reminder, guys, you can trade Phantumps and evolve them for free. Then we have spin 5 Pokestops or Gyms for a Phantump encounter. We have transfer 5 ghost type for 10 Misdreavus candy, and take 3 snapshots of ghost type Pokemon for 10 Pokeballs. And then we have the timed research. Catch catch 5 Ghost type for 1,000 Stardust, catch 10 Ghost type for 1,500 XP, catch 15 Ghost type for 1,000 Stardust, a Greavard encounter, 25 Pokeballs, and 1,000 Stardust. Stage 2, take 1 snapshot of a Ghost type for 1,500 Stardust, catch 10 Ghost type, 2,000 XP, catch 15 Ghost type, 1,500 XP, catch 20 Ghost type, 3 Pineapple Berries for a Greavard, 20 Great Balls, and 1,000 Stardust. Then stage 3, we have take 1 snapshot of a Ghost type for 2,000 Stardust, catch 25 Ghost type for 2,000 XP, and catch 1 Ghost type for 2,000 Stardust, for a grand total of a Greavard encounter, 5 Ultra Balls, and 3 Pineapple Berries. And the Greavard 100% IV from Field Research will be 435. And then we have the Spiritomb Limited Research, which is going to earn 1080 Stardust for a Misdreavus, earn 1080 XP for a Yamask encounter, make 108 Nice Throws for a Pumpkaboo, make 108 Curveball Throws is going to be Phantump. Then we have use 108 Berries, which is going to be a Shuppet, earn 10,800 XP, which is easy for a Litwick, spin 8 Pokestops for Ghastly, spin 10 Pokestops for a Drifloon, for a Spiritomb encounter, 108 XP and 108 Stardust. And in the part 3 of the paid research, we have use 2 berries to help catch Pokemon for 3 Pokeballs, catch 1 Ghost type Pokemon for a Phantump encounter. This one's going to be all about the Phantump. Use 4 berries to help catch Pokemon for 5 Pokeballs, catch 3 Ghost type Pokemon for a Phantump encounter. Use 6 berries to help catch Pokemon for 7 Pokeballs, catch 5 Ghost type Pokemon for a Phantump encounter. Use 8 berries to help catch Pokemon for 10 Pokeballs. Then we have catch 7 Ghost type Pokemon for a Phantump encounter. Then we have use 10 berries to help catch Pokemon for a rare candy. And then we have catch 9, 11, and 13 Ghost type Pokemon, all for Phantump encounters. And we have a grand total rewards of a Phantump, an Incubator in the quantity of 2, and then 5,000 XP. And then the next scheduled paid research is going to release on October 26th, when we have the second part of the Halloween event. Maybe there will be Gengars in this, who knows. With all of that said, do what you may. Focus on the field research. It's always free. If you want to pay for it, you can, but I don't suggest that you need to. But with that said, now let's get into tip number 5. Tip 5, a little bit different. We're going to talk about the coins and the bundles that they are featuring in this event, because I want you guys to make sure to capitalize on what's going on here. So for number 1, they are featuring a $5 box. That $5 box will feature 10 Premium Raid Battle Passes, 2 Lucky Eggs, and 2 Star Pieces. I absolutely love this box. And for $5, let's price this over the $100 and see how much you are going to get. Because $100 divided by 5 is going to be 20, so you're going to get 200 Premium Raid Battle Passes. You are going to be getting 40 Star Pieces and Lucky Eggs, which is a pretty good deal. I honestly would capitalize on this, except for one thing. But before we move on to that one thing, let's talk about the other box. For $10, you're going to receive 10 Super Incubators and 5 regular Incubators. If you were to use $100 on that, because I'm just going to use that as the benchmark, you are going to be getting 100 Super Incubators. So now let's compare to the coin bundles that we do have here. We have 495 coins, which will give us 3 Raid Passes in the remote fashion. Okay, so I actually like this. This is a pretty good deal. Not only will you get 3, you're getting 1 Star Piece and 1 Lucky Egg. So that's actually a very good deal here, especially since they have nerfed the Raid Passes. Okay, let's not focus on that, because that's still a sour point in my lifetime of being a Pokemon Go player and a Pokemon Go influencer and a content creator, that I could not get them to not do that. That was a very big L in my opinion. 725 coins here. We are going to be getting the exact same thing you're getting for the $5. But let's look at this. So I want you guys to make sure that when you buy Pokecoins, you always go into the web store. The web store is going to give you an extra 1,000, yes, 1,000 Pokecoins, which comes into impact here. So normally speaking, if it was the 14,500 and it was coming from the actual in-game store, that would yield you just about to the 200 mark. But with the extra 1,000, we were getting 15,500 coins. We're going to divide that by 725, which gives us 21.37. So we're going to use this on this package 21 times with a little bit of extra coins. So for 21 times 10, we are getting 210 Premium Raid Passes. So if you do spend that $100 in the web store, and then you're able to maximize here, you're getting an extra 10 free Raid Passes, which is cool. And you're also getting an extra 2 Lucky Eggs and 2 Star Pieces for a grand total of 42 and 42, which is better served for your buck. And let's not stop there. Let's go for the incubators as well. So for $100, we're getting that 15,500. And in the store, we're getting 1,550 coins for this box. And we are getting, I forgot to mention this, 2 instances as well. So 10 super incubators, 5 incubators. So let's divide this by 1550. That's going to be 10 there. So it's going to come out to pretty much the exact same value. So for the super incubators, you're getting the same value as buying the $10, but for the raid premium passes that you can use in Great League and you can also use in local raid battles, you are going to be getting a better deal over there. Okay, so that is going to be worth it in Pokemon Go. Okay, so with that said, guys, that is going to be the Halloween event part 1. Doesn't get quite as exciting as the part 2, but it's still exciting. There's a great new shiny, there's good bonuses, so focus on that, capitalize, and enjoy yourself. I appreciate you guys tuning in as always. We're going to be doing some great videos this week. I can't wait to get into it. So to all my likers, commenters, subscribers, Patreon members, everybody takes your support, subscription, and participation to the next level. I'm going to see you guys out on the next video. Peace. I want to take this time to thank everybody who supports me in every facet. It means the world to me, and an extra special thank you to all my Patreons. I greatly appreciate the extra support to continue to allow me to pursue Pokemon Go full time, allowing me to create my daily video uploads in the most timely fashion for everyone's benefit. Plus, I get the amazing experience of sharing my creative processes behind the scenes and raiding all around the globe with select upper tiers. Thank you everybody for being a part of the Trainer Club. You all mean the absolute world to me, and I will see you guys out on the next video.